Hello, welcome back to my Minecraft DireWolf tutorial series. So in the last episode we were working on some improvements to our auto crafting system. We wanted to make the system faster, which we have done, but I had to split the video up for time, so I want to show you the rest of that. We ran out of rubber last time and couldn't get any more from what we had, but we do have a machine called the extractor, which can extract rubber from rubber wood, which we have an ample supply of. We only used the raw rubber from Mine Factory Reloaded last time, but we can use the rubber wood to get rubber out of that with an extractor. And I will show you in this episode how we solved all of our rubber problems and went ahead to finish our auto crafting system and make it much faster, which it really is now. So we'll see how we did that now. Okay, I'm back. So I went ahead and made the transformer upgrades, which, as you can see, we can now have a max power of 512 EUs per tick. So I'll show you that the transformers are no longer down there. I've just put them up here. And since IC2 isn't compatible with Forge Micro Blocks, I'm going to change this because I don't like the way this looks. I might move this over just one and just so I don't have to look at that there. But yeah. But they can all take 512 EUs per tick, other than the induction furnace, which can't be upgraded anyway. It's 128 EUs per tick, period. So I've still got the MV transformer down there. I have rearranged the transformers. I no longer have enough to power all of them. I made the overclockers, but I was putting 2 in these and 5 in these, which was enough power. In fact, if I take one away, you can see 5 is enough for this, and 5 puts it at 21. 6 puts us at 34, which is more than 32 it was going to be getting. That would not have worked out. So if we put 5 in there, it would have worked fine. But I want to put even more. I'd like to actually have 8 overclockers for each one of these things. 8 overclockers takes the processing time down to about 8%. So, you know, it runs more than 10 times as fast as it does when it has no overclockers. That's at 7. It'll do even better with 8. So I want to do that. I need to make more overclockers, but I have another problem right now. I made the transformers, and you can see the transformer upgrade. Transformer upgrades took insulated gold cables, MV transformers, and electronic circuits. But building all these electronic circuits for the overclockers and for the other upgrades I've done has pretty much depleted my rubber. I have 31 rubber bars left and no raw rubber. I actually just went out and planted 4 rubber trees and cut them down to get that raw rubber, to make rubber bars, because I need more rubber before I can make anything to get me more rubber. But as you can see, I've got 1,400 rubber wood, and we can actually build a machine called an extractor, and an extractor will help us take that rubber wood and turn it into industrial craft rubber, which we can use instead of the rubber bars. And we can overclock that machine too to make it run faster. So once we get our tree farm back up and running, we can use raw rubber, we can use rubber bars, we can, we'll be able to do a lot more stuff. But I want to build the extractor to use the 1,400 rubber wood I already have to get more rubber. So an extractor requires tree taps, an electronic circuit, and a basic machine casing. So, do I have a circuit? Nope. Need one of those. Do I have a machine casing? Nope. Need one of those. Now, tree taps we don't have any of. We did not use the industrial craft tree, so we have never made a tree tap, but they're pretty simple. It's just wood planks. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's not currently crafting anything. So let's see if we can make our extractor now. Yes, there we are. 1 extractor. And where am I going to put it? I could put it right here. If I did that, it would overload on power, or, well, it won't because they haven't turned that on yet, but I really shouldn't do that. So here's what we're going to do instead. We're going to take our compressor away and the interface, and we're going to get rid of that temporarily. And we're going to take away the power temporarily. I'm going to show you the way to do it properly, just in case they ever fix all the things they've done here. So the proper thing to do is to put the extractor next to your machine, but you don't want it powered. Put the transformer upgrade in there first, and then connect the power. If you do that, you will be safe and your machines will not explode if they ever turn that functionality back on. And there we go. We can put the 512 EUs per tick it's receiving in this machine. It's not powering, it's not taking that because I don't have any overclockers in there. But we'll stick the 7 overclockers we have in here, and now it takes 54 EUs per tick. So let's get some rubber. I can put some rubber wood in here. That's working pretty fast. If I take it down, you can see it goes very slow in the extractor. But overclockers, nice. Let's put that basic import bus back. And you know what? I'll even put the ME interface back in here. Let me get some rubber wood and some rubber. And we'll go make a pattern. Alright, back downstairs, make the pattern. Alright, if I have rubber wood, I can get rubber. And I can do that by using this device. Now, unfortunately, all of our patterns that say you need rubber bars to make cables, I'm pretty sure it's not going to use rubber instead of that. I'm pretty sure we're going to have to recreate our patterns using rubber if we want to use the extractor recipes. That's unfortunate. You know, I wonder if we put it in the unifier if we'd get rubber. Oh, by the way, I figured out this. If you shift right click, you can get just one out of the ME interface, so that's nice. Let's see here. Oh, you can. Perfect. Okay, we won't be needing rubber bars anymore. We can use rubber. Thank you, Mind Factory Reloaded. Okay, so I'm going to go and change our patterns, but I wanted to talk about one more thing. So I've got 6 overclockers in here. Now every overclocker you add puts 160% more power usage on here. So it starts out pretty slow, you know, 10, then 16, then, you know, whatever. But if you start putting even more overclockers in here, so 8 overclockers is 429, 9 is 687, so this is more power than we can supply. 9's too much. I like 8. 8 takes it down to 5%. You know, that's almost 20 times as fast as it is by default. So I think 8 is a pretty good number for the overclockers, which is what I'd like to have in here. But you can see it takes 429 EUs per tick. Well, what happens if this one's running and this one's running with 8 overclockers? That's way more than the 512 EUs per tick going along this cable. So it's okay in most cases because you probably aren't going to run them all simultaneously. But if you do, like if you're using the ME system to build something complicated that needs, you know, cables and plates, you're going to do that. So there is another upgrade we want to make. It's the energy storage upgrade. So right now, these things can store 7,000 EUs, and that's based on the overclockers. By default, they don't store that much, but we can add 10,000 EUs to their energy storage by getting some electronic circuits, some oak wood, some copper cables, an RE battery. So pretty cheap. And when we do that, they'll have more storage to keep running while they're draining too much power from their input. So we put a couple of these upgrades in here, it'll be able to store power for when it doesn't have enough power coming from the system. Eventually, it'll stop running. The system will catch up. It'll build its buffer back up. So you can use more power than you're getting in as long as you have enough power in your store, as long as you're generating enough power. And we've got 4 million EUs in that MFE right now. We've got plenty of power. It's just a matter of where it is and where it's being transferred. So I'm going to go change the patterns to use rubber instead of rubber bars, and I'm going to come back with the resources to make some energy upgrades. I'm going to fix this, and I'll come back and show you the finalized system, I think, with all the overclockers in place, 8 for all of our machines, and I'll put the compressor back, and we'll wrap it up there, I'm guessing. Back in a flash. Okay, running a bit long, so I just want to show you a couple more things. So I didn't necessarily have to change the patterns from rubber bars to rubber, because if it's got rubber in the system already, it will use that instead of rubber bars. So AE is a bit smarter than I thought it was going to be in this. However, if we don't have rubber or rubber bars, and all it knows how to make is rubber, it won't craft rubber to use in place of the rubber bars. So I did go ahead and change the patterns. Alright, now that being said, I did make one energy storage upgrade for this metal former. You can see it now stores 17,148 EUs instead of just 7,000, so it should be okay on power pretty much. We might have to make more storage upgrades, we'll see. So I taught the AE system how to make these storage upgrades. And you want to be careful because it requires an RE battery. You need to craft the RE battery first, take that down to the pattern encoder, put that RE battery, don't shift click, or it'll say, I don't know how to make an RE battery, even though it does know how to make RE batteries. So I will have it craft one of those. Just make a circuit and 10 plates for the battery, and cables, and iron plates, and more cables, and it's done. Not bad. I haven't finished making all the overclockers yet. They take a while to make those, but running along on time, so I just want to show you those things. So everything is hooked up now. We've got transformers for everything, so I can make 8 upgrades for everything, 8 overclockers for everything, and 8 upgrades. Well, not 8, but as many as I will need. I'll probably put one in. I might just use it for these, because 8 overclockers. Let me see here. The extractor with 8 overclockers, it takes a base of 2 EUs, so that's only 86 EUs per tick for that. That's probably fine. Let me put that in the furnace instead, because that's 3. And that's just 129 EUs per tick. The only thing that's using a lot is actually the metal formers. So we probably only need just those 2 energy storage upgrades. We might need more than one, but we'll see. Alright, that's good for now. See you next time. Okay, since we cut the last video for time, we have a little bit more time in this video. So I want to show you one more thing from Industrial Craft. It's first of all, it's these empty cells, which you can get in a metal former in the extruding mode. 1 tin plate makes 3 empty cells. Empty cells you can put in the compressor, and you can get air cells, compressed air cells. And air cells can help you breathe underwater if you have a scuba diving kit. So, let's see here. I don't have a scuba diving kit, or a scuba, what do they call it? Scuba helmet. We need orange dye, rubber, glass, and iron bars. How much of that do we have? Rubber and glass. Alright. Well, iron bars are simple to make. Make it now. Nope, we need that orange dye. How do we get orange dye? Ah, red and yellow. That's pretty easy. Alright. So there we are, a scuba helmet. And if I go get my... They're already in the network because I put it in the compressor. Got 18 of these cells. So take off my helmet, put on my scuba helmet, and I've got my compressed air cells right here. So I've got this big giant ocean out here, and I'm not really sure how far my quarry is done, how deep it's dug. So I want to jump down there, but if I jump down there, I'm probably going to drown before I can get back up. But that's where the scuba helmet comes in. I wear this, I have some compressed air cells, and they'll stack up to 664, I think, although I don't think we should need that many. I guess I'll find out. So you can see my air's going down. It's very dark. We're at level 50 almost. I get down to about this level, and there we go. I used an air cell to get my air back. Let's see, passing 30, so we're pretty deep down. I think last time I checked we were about 8, I think, so I think the quarry should be pretty close to being done. And we'll have to move the quarry pretty soon, which is what we're going to do in the next episode. So, okay, yeah, we're at level 4. It's going to stop at 2, I think. So, yeah, this thing is almost completely done. You can't really see anything down here, so I'm just going to go back up. But the quarry is still digging. It'll dig down the last 2 layers. Pretty sure it does stop at 4. Yeah, they've got plenty of air. I shouldn't have any problem with that. Alright, but that's a nice thing from Industrial Craft. It also works well if you're, digging for clay. It's hard to get light sources when you're down here, so that's the only thing difficult. One thing you can use is jack-o'-lanterns. You can place jack-o'-lanterns underwater. I haven't found any good sources of lighting, but jack-o'-lanterns, glowstone, those can be placed so you have some light if you need it. But that's one more helpful thing from Industrial Craft that we can use if you need to go underwater for a while. Okay, so I think I'm going to go ahead and cut this video here, and next time our quarry will be pretty much done, and I want to show you some thermal expansion stuff. So this is all, it's okay, but through the night, this electric furnace cannot keep up the supply of charcoal. The charcoal is all done, and the pipes, the first place it goes is here. So it's going to fill this one up first, sometimes at the expense of these guys. So I think I made some more charcoal in the industrial furnace and stuck it in here, which is why they're fine right now. But generally, it's going to use up, it'll fill this back up. It won't fill these back up because this will still have space to go. So you'll end up running fewer engines at a time. Your quarry will slow down. So that's not good. And also, this whole thing of digging the items out of here and going back, you can see that when it runs, pretty fast, this chest can fill up. That is a real possibility. And I've got tons of gravel in here now, so I've got to do something with that. So I'd like it if we had some way of transferring energy and items right back to our ME network. And of course, there is a way to do that. It's called the Thermal Expansion Tesseract. So next episode, we're going to move the quarry, and we're going to use the Tesseract to power and take the items. So I won't need the barrels, or the packagers, or the chests, or this energy system over here, or the thing that makes fuel for it. I can replace all that with one Tesseract. So that's pretty cool. They're pretty expensive, but that's okay, because I think we've got the resources to build it. I'll have to double check, but I'll make sure we do before next episode, and the core should be done, probably 20 minutes. So, alright, catch you next time.